Okay, Cancers. Um, let me say this to you right now. I'm going to say this to you straight up front, because I want you to know it, and I want you to hear it, and I want you to really take this to heart. If you continue to pursue what you have begun to pursue in order to heal or make good the wrongs or the inconsistencies of your childhood, you are going to destroy your life. You have ownership now of a concept that you are responsible for the righting the wrongs and bettering, advancing somehow family history. And so set on this track are you that you could kill yourself. That's just how it is. And it's a wake the fuck up. This week is saving us from ourselves. This week is forcing all of those subverted issues up and hurting us in order to help us, to make us not destroy ourselves. So what you are dealing with is fourth house issues, something that you feel like you have to heal between two people that now have nothing to do with you. Your mother and your father aren't your whole life. They're the beginning of your life. You as a mother and father to your children are not their whole life. You are the beginning of their life. There is absolutely a time when you must break that umbilical cord. Your own attachment to everything that you were birthed into, as well as your children's attachment to you. The accord is not love. Love doesn't have a cord. So it's not about loving somebody, loving your mother, your father, your children. It is about, the cord is obligations. The cord is this idea that the two of you are the same thing. You're one. And that you have to continue to live your life attached to their life. And that isn't true. And if you don't let go those concepts, you will hurt yourself. You will hurt your chances, you will hurt your life, you will hurt your ability to shine on your own as something of your own. The truth is, right now, you are currently doing something that you're not even interested in. You don't even want to do it. You not only do you not value it, well, you do value it. You value it because you feel like this is one-upping or healing or the answer to something that you still feel very connected to that really has nothing to do with you. And now, for all of my Cancerians who keep asking, where are the blockages? Why isn't my abundance coming in? It's because you're still living, in part at least, somebody else's existence. And you're obsessed with that existence to the point where you're actually making decisions and convincing yourself of something that isn't even you. It's like a little part of you is possessed by somebody else. And you aren't going to get where you can get because you have a squatter in your residence. And it's those aspects that are going to be coming out this week. It's those aspects of your life that are going to be coming out and haunting you, grappling you, and unsettling you, and hurting you, and harming you. And they're going to do it so that you finally realize it and get that squatter out. This is going to be a very challenging and hurtful, emotionally painful time for you. And I am happy for it. Because with this emotional ass kicking comes liberation, or at least a chance to be liberated and finally be freed from all the stupid decisions you could make in the future because you still stayed stuck. I have really struggled with this reading. It's very difficult for me to remain objective with Cancer readings because they're my reading. I'm a Cancer sun and moon and Jupiter and midheaven. My Cancerian energy is very overpowering in my life. My mother's a Cancer. My son is a Cancerian. There's so much Cancerian energy in my life. So it's very hard, and I kept saying to the cards, I need you to help me understand. But the thing is, we're not going to understand. We're going to feel victimized. We're going to feel assaulted. Anybody who comes and tries to get in and stop us, we're going to feel like they don't understand us. They're judging us. They're hurting us. They're harming us. They're criticizing us for no reason. We are going to attack what's there to liberate us. So cancerous have we grown in this aspect of our life. Now, it doesn't have to be your whole life, but I feel like for many Cancerians, this is your whole mindset, and you've made a lot of selections in your life based on trying to fulfill somebody else's dreams. They're not even your dreams. They're not even what you really want. And you haven't known you for so long that you don't even hear the other options anymore going around in your head. There was a time you don't have to get away from anything. You don't have to get away from anything. Everything that you want is in you. Oh my God, this is so confusing to me. I still am at a loss with this reading. Let me take you on my journey. I will share it with you, and then you can join me. We have a woman who is aspirational, hopeful, believes in things. She's spiritual. This lovely open heart. And we have a man who is very deep. He's very spiritual. He is very comprehensive. He understands the subtleties in life, the subtext in life. These are the Cancerian aspects of divine masculine, divine feminine. And then we have in between them their desires, their temptations, what they want, what they crave, right? And I thought, maybe this is, when it first came out, I was like, oh, maybe this is a man and a woman falling in love, you know? Finally, they desire each other. They want each other. No, it was about desires, their desires, and how those desires can become excess and harm them. How did I know this? I even had to pull out tarot because I didn't want to speak without being sure. This is about slaying those demons. Look at, you think it's a snake. This is about killing those temptations, slaying those temptations, slaying those demons, slaying them. Those demons, those temptations, those lusts, those wants, those cravings, resolving those issues, resolving them. A personal issue reaches resolution. You don't even know that you're doing it. That's how personal it is. That's how deep it impacted you and affected you. You don't even know that you're doing it. but you're doing it. I said, tarot, come in and fucking help me out here because I am completely lost, especially when these cards came up. This card is Capricornian energy. It says, you got to start giving to others. Maybe it's time to start giving back. And I'm like, Cancerians? Cancerians always fucking give to others. Well, isn't that the problem? Self-destruction. Giving to others is a time. It's always time to give to others, right? To the point where you lead yourself right into wreckage. You've given yourself away to others. You have. You've given yourself away to another's purpose for your life. And you've made a stupid decision, very stupid recently. And you are justifying it with very stupid, unsound reasons. And it could kill you. Not all of you. And maybe not your whole self, like it kill you physically. But it in the aspect of your life that this pertains to, your reputation, your career, your relationship. For some of you, maybe extreme, your actual physiological life. This decision is really, 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 really bad. And it's all based on, you made this decision, really? Because you are a scared child that somehow got it convoluted of what it meant to be a successful adult. We have the Queen of Cups. This, I said, tarot, you gotta tell me. And then what all it did, we know what it came out with? A Queen of Cups. The fuck is this? Queen of Cups. And then it said death. This is actual death. This is things completely falling apart, trying to hold something together that doesn't belong together anymore. And then the King of Cups came out. What are you holding on to that doesn't even fit your life anymore? What are you holding on to that is your temptation, your need? You hold on to it because it's the only thing that's made you feel powerful and strong for so long. But really, this is a losing battle. It's deteriorating. Really, you don't even care anymore. You're not even interested anymore. Or this is a response to you feeling completely like defeated. You know, like you're not even good at anything anymore. You don't even rate anymore. And so this was something like, oh, okay, this will make me big. This will make me important. These two cards fell out together. And this is somebody who's very abusive, somebody who's very verbally abusive, especially, somebody who is cutting and hurts, maybe an air sign of everything that you want, somebody degrading everything that you want, somebody degrading everything that you've ever wanted, somebody insulting it, cutting it down. But I think this is also a feeling that this is also your reaction. Oh, this is what I want. And everybody just keeps criticizing. They're not criticizing. They're trying to save your ass. They're trying to wake you up from this unintended route. This is not the route you want to go on. Nothing will come of this situation, void of course. A personal issue reaches resolution. This combativeness, these collisions, because this is what this is about. This is about fighting. This is about fighting. I mean, like, expect. I would not be surprised if you're getting into a lot of fights or you're getting into a lot of conflict. There's a lot of conflict that's coming at you all of a sudden. A lot of pushback. just a lot of things that feel like they're coming at you, feel like they're against you, right? It's happening to push these emotions out of you, to force them out of you, to draw them out of you like a magnet. This is almost like the exorcism of Cancer. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. This pain is made to, because this pain is really just the shit that's sitting on top of the real badness. And you've got to get to it. You've got to get to it because there's a sick there that needs to be relieved. It will be. Everybody is dealing with this in their own way. To get all this nastiness out of their way in order to let the beauty in. On the other side of this, a new start is coming. And that's what we want to focus on, and I will focus on in the full tarot reading. That link is below. It's in the extended. The 2-in-1. Your romance reading is there too. So you can check that out in the link below, and I will get into, so what is this new beginning? What can we look forward to if we can actually purge this disgustingness? I think, to be honest with you, that there is two people that belong together, but they are kept apart from their own inability to be themselves. And that's why they're not finding each other. Because they haven't found themselves and they can't recognize each other. Every day that you wake up, you should know that you should be sure that you're living a life that is complete to your sincerity. And definitely not a fulfillment or an insistence or a completion of what somebody else should have done for you a long time ago. You don't have to buy that house your parents never gave you. You don't have to make $1 million because your parents were on welfare. You don't have to be the perfect parent because you didn't have them. That was a script that people gave you a long time ago. That was their failures, and you do not have to create your whole life based on somebody's failure to do what they were supposed to do for you. That's you still being enslaved to them. And what they were supposed to do, you're still doing their job. I don't care if you're a millionaire CEO. If you got to be that millionaire CEO based on the need to prove that you were worth something because your parents didn't do the job to let you know that you were, you're still possessed. You still actually did not fulfill your life purpose. Or maybe you did. Maybe it was the demons that led us to where we were going to be. If you like this reading so far, please give it a like. Please also share it on your social media platforms. And click that link below, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell and hit all notifications. Once you do, you'll get notified. I upload between 12 and 14 videos a week here. All zodiac signs. And you should always, if you really want a well-rounded message for the week, you should always listen to your rising sign, your moon sign, and your sun sign, at least. And then peruse the others. And then there's always extended videos. And you can subscribe to Vimeo as well. And then you'll get access to the extendeds and the weekly astrological forecast, which is actually free. You'll get access to them immediately before the link comes out here. And then join me because I do a daily tarot card reading Monday through Friday on my Instagram profile, born_without_boundaries. Check me out over there. And we can participate in a live reading together. This is very hard for me because this is almost like, should I post this? It sounds horrible, but I think that if I was watching this, it would feel almost cathartic. Like, knowing that I wasn't the only one that was feeling like something was coming. And B, now realizing I have a way to end this. This could be my actual liberation period. The time when I stopped doing everything that I thought was right for all the wrong reasons. I've told Cancerians a thousand times. 1,000 times I have said to you that we manifest without knowing it, and that's what we've been doing. We've been manifesting somebody else's ideals. We've been manifesting somebody else's way of being. And brainwashing ourselves to believe that that's who we are. It's not who we are. It's what they told us that we are. And to stay connected to them, we are making those decisions that they put in our heads. We're just reiterating and regurgitating their decisions. We're not making our own. It's so interesting that the first two cards that came out are the cat and the dog. The yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine. Here we have the dog in reverse. So it's sick loyalty, it's disloyalty. It's bad loyalty. It's loyalty that is definitely to a fault. In detriment to, in other words, you're being disloyal to yourself. This is a sense of self. This is Aries energy. Playfulness, happiness. Can we have fun? Do we deserve to be loved? Do we deserve to go places? Do we deserve to celebrate? Do we deserve bountifulness? Do we deserve happiness? Like life. Do we deserve life? Because we don't have it. There's a block to it. Now is a lucky time. There's abundance all around, and things are replicating very quickly. The abundant universe will provide. Beautiful. I tell you, everything is about to burst, and all the arguments that you're going to have, all the headbutting that you're going to do is to save your life. Think on your feet. Chaos ensues. But be malleable. Be open to change. Also, travel. Be playful. Give with gratitude and grace. This is stay on the surface. Don't give too much. You're giving too much. Don't put yourself out there as that sacrificial lamb. Listening to somebody else's heavy criticisms. Listening to somebody else's words. Listening to somebody else's... It's funny because it's like, who do I listen to? You got to listen to yourself. But really yourself. Why are you doing what you're doing? What is the real reason that you're doing the things that you're doing? What are the real choices that you're making? Are you really choosing to go and take that new job? Is it really what you want? Or is it what you want to prove a point to somebody? That I can do this. That I should do this. You couldn't fulfill this, but I can. But so what? That was their thing to fulfill. Why are you trying to fulfill their thing? Who cares? Let their thing go. Realize how destructive it was for your personality and your happiness. Whew. Something's in disguise. The past is influencing your future. It's all over it. It's like The Walking Dead. You're not listening to spirit. There's a disconnect here. You're not looking at the bigger picture. This is a very tunnel vision. This is very myopic. You're not looking at the larger scope of things. You're not looking at the bigger picture. This is that blindsidedness of just being stuck in a karmic loop. pretending that everything is okay, and you're stuck. You're stuck with your belly in the air. You're stuck vulnerable. You're stuck. I'm so angry, but happy, because this is the week where you get told to eat shit. Why you've been doing it. Embarrassment, humiliation, anger, rage, all of those things are going to be constant companions this week. To set you free. Trust. All will work out well. We, your angels, are here to nurture, protect, and heal you. Trust in the healing power of our love. We love you more than you will ever know. Adventure. Instead of seeing the current situation as an obstacle, try seeing it as an adventure. Explore all the possibilities. Are you looking at something from the negative? When you plan something, are you already incorporating the worst case scenario? Because there you already know, you know something's off. You know your caveat. When you plan something, you should be looking at the good stuff. It should be filled with your heart. If it's not filled with your heart, it's filled with your fears. Why the fuck are you even doing it? Why are you doing something that is driving you? Because I have to, because I'm going to face my fear. No, that is you filling somebody else's goddamn cup. You should be pursuing the things that give you joy and lead to your health and happiness, not hurt you and harm you. You are doing yourself harm, right? You should be looking for the fun, for the happy. I say this to my son all the time. He's constantly prepping for the worst because he thinks like that's what makes him responsible. I was like, why is your focus there? Your focus should be on staying in the air, not crashing. Well, a good pilot has to be prepared to know how to crash. A good pilot has to be know how to know not to crash. How to make the decision so that never happens. And I always try to tell him, if you keep thinking of the worst case scenario, then the worst case scenario is what you will manifest. That's how powerful you are as a Cancerian. You think it's prep work. It's not prep work. It's self-fulfilling prophecy. And it's also telling me that your heart really isn't in this. You're not happy. Where's the joy? Are you doing something that gives you not pleasure, but joy? That brings you up, that lifts you up, where it's not even difficult to be? You're scared. There's a constant issue of fear in your brain, right? It's like you should be seeing the happy aspects, the fulfilling aspects. Instead of seeing the current situation as an obstacle or seeing all the obstacles that are in your way, try seeing it as an adventure. Explore all the possibilities. There are many more than you currently imagine. Instead of seeing things as either black or white, try to explore all the colors in between. There are different options. There are different paths. There's not just one or the other. You do not have to be blocked into making these extreme choices. As long as you open your mind up to adventure, to exploring, to not thinking too far ahead. Wisdom. Everything has a place and purpose. To be wise is to have great love, tolerance, and compassion for all things. I'm going to stop it here, and I'm going to finish over in the extended. We'll get those answers and especially find out what we actually have to look forward to once we stop this craziness. And the wonderful thing about this week is that this craziness is going to become visceral and evident to us. We didn't know we were doing this stuff before this week. But this week, this is when we understand it. This is where we see it and realize it. So we can take control over it and do something about it. Link is below. I'll see you over on Vimeo.